Only make you make moves. Do we don't snooze. Back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. We don't break you, only make you. Yeah, I'm strong guard, yeah, strong arm. Rhymes walk on moons, no arm strong. Keep calm, dog, yeah, you go hard. You do, so they hate on. You been killing with the pen and lacking on skills with the penmanship. Tell them get a grip. You been sick to this, young and 26, and you been spitting this like a veteran. Dog, you better than half who ain't veterans. Nah, but ain't.
What's up, everybody? Another episode of Parlay with us.
What up? What up? What up?
Alongside with my man, Mr. Beans. What's good, Mr. Beans?
What up? What up? What up, people? It's Mr. Beans here. Parlay with us. Like and subscribe.
Man. I want to send a special shout out to Nonchalantly Zay for that intro, that beautiful intro. Nonchalantly Zay. You can check him out on Spotify. He has more of that fire for you guys. Go check him out. Nonchalantly Zay on Spotify. Mr. Beans, we're on the eve of another game 7, man. How you feeling?
Yo, man, that was heart stopping last night, man. I know I was glued to the TV last night, man. I don't know, but yeah, we're heading to 7, man. That's all I can say. We're heading to 7. People don't think we could get there, man. I had a good feeling that if we could hang in, we gonna make it. And look, we hung in there, man. So yeah, shout out to the boys, man. Shout out to the boys, man. The C's brought it home, man. They brought it back to the Beans so we could fight for that. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to come out. They're gonna have to come out tomorrow night. They're gonna have to come out.
Yes, sir. And I remember not too long ago, I told you, I was like, yo, they won 3 in a row. Why can't we win 3 in a row?
You did say that though.
I was feeling that after we won game 4. I felt like I had to see the energy these guys had in game 4. And that energy they had in game 4, I felt confident about that. Like, you know what? I think we have something here. I think these guys could put something together. They could build this momentum and do something that's never been done in the history of teams that were down 0-3.
They looking very. It looks like it can happen, man. And come on, think about it. Last night they didn't even shoot well from 3, man. I don't even know what the percentage was, but it was very ugly. I watched the whole game. They didn't shoot good from 3 at all. If it wasn't for Derek White, draining some 3. Grit and grind to the hoop, you know what I mean? Getting, putting their body in it. But yeah, man. If tomorrow night they come out and start draining some 3s early and set the tone, Horford need to hit a couple 3s, and Marcus keep playing. Once they set the tone tomorrow night in the first quarter, that's what we need to see them set that tone in the first quarter like they did the night before in game 4 down there. What was that? Game 5 down. Once they set that tone, man, and they could come out hitting some 3s, man, and I think they could put them up by a good number. We should cruise on this one going away. But it's a chess match. It is basketball. It is sports. So we gotta wait and see how things can roll. But yeah, what you think?
Yo, listen. First of all, I don't know how the Heat is gonna recover from that. That heartbreaking loss, like that was gut wrenching. Like I don't know how you come back from that, and knowing that this is the second game they blew at home to advance to the finals. What more can they do? Butler came through. when he had to come through and it came down to free throws. He made 3 free throws, which
That
was
was
clutch.
big. That was clutch. Like
But
I thought he was gonna miss one of it. It was like tie and
yeah,
overtime type of
something
thing. But that was clutch, man. Yeah, he was clutch at the end of the game. Celtics kind of fell asleep with the last 3 4 minutes to go in the game. That they was up by 10 with like
it was
three
up by
minutes and
10 and
it was like 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. They was up by 10,
here we
and for
go again,
some
right?
reason, here we go again. These guys are just chipping away with miracle shots, and yo, they lucky that guy. What was his name? What's his name?
Derek White,
No, 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 no. The dude from Miami.
Duncan Robinson that he missed,
Duncan. Yo, them two,
two
those
wide
two,
open, two
those
wide
two
open
wide
threes.
open threes that he threw up there, man. If those, if one of them would have went in, it would have probably been the game would have been over with.
Yeah, it
So
would have been
you're,
tough.
come on, man. The Celtics had you know, they had the Boston sports gods on their side last night, man, so to speak. But yeah, we'll see what happened, man. Mazzulla kind of like, I think he kind of woke up on the coaching aspect. He kind of like he had to like take some smelling salt and say, yo, I gotta coach better out here because these guys are putting these coaches are these guys that's out here who's he coaching against right now. Missoula.
Um,
Oh yeah, oh man,
most,
Eric Spoelstra, man, come on now. I don't know why I'm getting a brain fart right now, but yeah, Eric Spoelstra, man, come on, that's a proven veteran coach who knows how to win. So Missoula got his work cut out for him, man.
yeah, he does. But let me tell you something. I mean, I'm gonna get to Mazzulla in a minute because he's part of our topic.
I know you got
Um,
some topic on Missoula, yeah.
I want to, you know, stay on the Celtics in terms of how they kind of laid back towards the the last couple of minutes of the last quarter, but the difference was they won, and these are games that they usually lose. So I feel like it's a destiny. It's their destiny to make
Right,
history.
right, right, right.
And when those type of plays happen the way they happen, let me tell you that Derek White last minute putback. Let me tell you, Neil, that was seconds. That was like,
Yeah,
I think it
that
was like point one. It got out of his hands with .1 seconds. So it got out of his hands, and it was .1, and then the red light went off.
exactly.
So it was just the right shot, the
At the right time.
the
Like, yo,
right
listen, he timed that. Talk about timing something perfectly. That dude, remember, he was the
he ran
inbounder.
back to the basket. He didn't just stay in the corner. Because remember, he went to the corner. Marcus Smart didn't pass it to him. As soon as he saw Marcus Smart shoot it, he ran
But remember,
basket.
I
That was
understand.
such a big play.
Yes,
Anybody else would have just stayed there and watched the
exactly.
shot and see if it
There
was
you
going
go.
to go
Anybody else, but remember, he was the
in.
inbounder. He's the one who
Right,
inbounded the ball and still had the IQ. That's what you call basketball
right.
IQ.
Basketball IQ.
To
Right.
know that if Marcus was to miss that shot, to try to be in the right position to get it and lay it back up, and that's what he did. It was basketball IQ right there. That dude, he belongs on the Celtics. That's a Celtics type play.
Yes, yes. That's a Celtic type play that just makes
That's
those
a
big
Celtic type
plays.
play, man. When I saw that last night, I went hollering. I said, "Oh my gosh, can you believe?" I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. For one, I know the point 3 seconds was enough time for them to get off a shot. I just didn't know who was going to get off the shot.
Yeah,
So I was kind of like, is for them to let Marcus take the shot. I was like, once again, I hate to say it, but where was my boy Tatum at, man? Come on, Tatum, man. Like
so
fourth quarter, where's the fourth? Come on, Tatum, man. Like I know you played D. Don't get me wrong. The dude played some D. He did. He played some D. He was out there trying to. He put in some work, but offensively, when in those scenarios when it comes to that time of the game when it looked like it was getting out of hand and y'all are walking the ball up and relying on time and relying on trying to, yes, y'all was trying to get the perfect, not the perfect shot, but get the right shot, or as they would say, get their shot. You
Right.
know, they was trying to get their shot in. But when you're walking the ball up and, you know, you're being pressured like that, I think, you know, if anybody who should have had the ball in their hand is Tatum and Brown to the extent too, because you know, those two, those are the shooters,
Right.
you know. So when I seen that kind of, you know, at the end of the game, the way they was walking the ball up and, you know, chucking up threes to try to like see if they can just go up by 4 and 5 to ice the game instead of saying, yo, let's play smart ball, you know. And then, you know, obviously Miami getting you know, the second chances to obviously win the game. They tried to win the game last night. They almost won that game. Celtics almost
Throw it away.
they almost threw it away, man. They almost choked it. They almost choked the game last night.
Yeah.
They got lucky. And I'm not taking nothing away from the team. I like the team. I like the makeup of this team. Um, you know, Williams played good last night. Robert Williams. I think even with his hand hurt, he played good last night. He contributed, you know, to the defense. They was not listen. He had Jimmy Butler and Bam kind of like, wait a minute, we can't go deep into that paint like we wanted to because he was literally keeping them out of that, and that's why you know you seen um Butler missing a lot of shots within the paint because he was being you know how you want to say he was being troubled by the length of Robert Williams. So Robert Williams had a good game last night.
Yeah. I mean, Butler was he struggled first
Yeah,
three quarters.
because of length, because they played. I think that was the when you know, I know you have a segment on Mazzulla, but when I think that was the adjustment that was made was let's put some length on Jimmy Butler, you know, with between Al Horford. Yes, Al Horford got a little too chippy at the end of the game there, but you know, if you watch some of the game during the middle of the game and to you know during the course of the game, you can see that between Rob Williams and Horford and some extent Derek White was putting pressure on Jimmy Butler because of their length. And Derek White is a linky long arm dude who in traffic and in the paint can be a problem. So, you know, that's where Jimmy Butler struggled last night. He struggled based on the length of the Celtics and a little bit of muscle too.
Yo, shout out to Young Oz. Everything is good, man.
We got some people. We
We
got
got
some
some,
people in
yeah,
the
man.
comments. Why you ain't even
Young
respond
Oz in
to,
LA.
fam?
He's in
Come
LA.
on, man. Let me see who's that. Let me
That
take
good
off the
weather.
spectacles
Shout
real
out to
quick.
Young Oz, man. Everything's good over here. We over
Yeah,
here.
Young Oz '09. What's up, Young Oz '09?
Game
Shout out.
7. Faceless Demo was good. What's going on, man? Shout out to Faceless Demo.
The Faceless
Why?
Demo. What up, Faceless Demo? You back on the scene, bro. Nice to see you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man. But so Faceless Demo, but why get to that point up more than 10 with how much left? Well, listen, if you haven't been watching this team, this is how they like to play. They like to play on the edge. They like to just, you know, cross that line. They just like to push the envelope.
They
That's just
want
how the team is.
they want
And I
you. They
don't know.
want to give you
Nobody
a
knows why. Nobody
they
knows why. But my thing is,
they want to give you a heart attack. That's what it is.
right. If this is what they got to do to win, then you know we'll take it. If that's how they got to do it. But I'd rather
Yeah.
them play the right way, have a nice lead, hold on to that lead, and just do all the basics down the stretch to maintain that lead. And that's rebound, no turnovers, and make good plays, good scoring plays, and not force the outside shot, the threes, and just trying to do things that could set us back, and let the Heat get back into the game, because it seems like we have control of the game. We always have control of the game with the Heat. It's just
So
that we just don't know how to hold that lead.
so like Faceless Demo said, the question is why though? Like, with how much left? He's saying you got less than 3 minutes. That's what he's basically saying. How much left is like you got less than 3 minutes and you up by 10 points. What's the problem? And I'm with him with that. Like, I'm with Faceless Demo with this. Like, why such of a breakdown with 3 minutes left? I don't care how well a team is going to try to get at y'all. I heard you for the almost the whole game. The Celtics had Miami under control on what they wanted to do. We was balling. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised the way they balled out in that game in Miami last night. But with 10 with 3 minutes left, 3:40 on the clock, I think I remember. I don't know if it was a TV timeout or what, but it was like 3:40 left. And with 3:40 left, you guys couldn't hold 10 points, man. Come on, man. Even if they ran down and hit a three and brought it down to 7, y'all should have hit it. Y'all should be back up there a 2, get to the rim. If you don't get it, you know what I mean? Like you'll get a foul, bring you back up. At least, y'all should have kept that within less than 58 seconds remaining, y'all still up by 7, 8 points where it was out of reach for them. But for them to literally bring it down and went up by 1 point, that was, whew, that was
Yeah,
hard.
well,
That's what
yeah.
you call a defensive breakdown. How could you break down defensively in 3 minutes? I don't get that. That's but
Marcus Smart missing free throws. That was huge.
yeah, you come on, man. He missed one, right? Yeah, he missed one.
He missed two. I think he
Two?
missed two.
You sure about that? Run that stat, but I
I,
don't know.
I looked that up, but he definitely missed some key free throws down the stretch.
Okay.
This is before Jimmy Butler hit that. He drew that 3-point foul shot against Horford,
Okay.
which was horrible. I mean, that was heartbreaking right there. Had that just been the last play,
Yeah.
that's before the Derek White play. Jimmy Butler drew that 3-point
Yeah.
foul shot.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was horrible. And it
Let me
seemed
see.
like it's always against Horford. Horford's always drawing those fouls, man.
Faceless Demo said, "Live and die by the 3." I know they do, man. They live and die by the 3. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Celtics are a great 3-ball team. They could shoot the 3 just as well as anybody in the league. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think they can shoot the ball pretty well from 3. But then sometimes they go into this cold spell, like,
You're right.
and if you do go, and my thing is, if you do go into a cold spell, why aren't you guys creating the offense in a different way? Okay, we can't hit with we're chucking up threes, we can't get it. We gotta move inside out, inside out, right? Is it an inside out ball? Move the ball inside, try to get something in the paint. If not, you kick it back out. If you get doubled up, if the defense is too hard in the middle, you kick it out and have somebody collapse the players. I don't know what's going on. I mean, look, it worked last night. Didn't you see it work last night? It worked last night. They didn't win the game by chucking threes. They won the game by going to the rack and playing D.
Right. That's what they need to do. You was right, by the way. Marcus Smart missed 1 out of 2.
I told you.
Had
But
he made both,
I think Brown missed a. I think. I think. I
don't
think down the stretch when Brown got fouled too, he got fouled down that stretch within his last 2 minutes, and he missed one of his free throws that would have probably, They wouldn't have been able to tie it up. If you think about the extra 2 points between Marcus Smart, the one Marcus missed and the one Brown missed, they would have been up by would have been five. You know what I mean? Even if they would have got that, even if the proverbial 3 point foul would have went, they would have still been up by two if he would, you know what I mean? So if they didn't miss those two free throws on one by Marcus, one by Jalen Brown during the end of during down the stretch there. But you know, it is what it is. Like you said, faceless demo. Yo, faceless demo. So what's good, man? I don't even know where you from. Shout us out and let us know where you from, man, so we can shout out your city. But yeah, faceless demo. Yeah, they live and die by the three, man. But you know, tomorrow, the threes are going up. I mean, this is Boston. The threes are going up
He's going
tomorrow.
up, man. You know, let me tell
You
you, man.
you're gonna see it, but they just gotta remember inside out ball. Those threes ain't going down. Do what you did last night.
Well,
Attack the rim. They gotta attack the rim.
well,
Adebayo is a good defensive player, but he's not like someone who's gonna make you run away from the rim, though.
right.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't want to. You know what I mean? But he, you know what I mean? It's like, is he gonna make you not attack the rim because he's in there? I mean,
No,
uh,
I don't think so.
you get what I mean? So attack the same game mindset from last night tomorrow night, man, and then obviously play their game and hit those threes. But the same game plan, play a little bit of defense and hit some threes and take it to the rack, create the fouls, put out a bio, put all those dudes who was acting like heroes yesterday, put them all in on notice. Let them want to put a body on some of the players so they could create some fouls and get them to the line and put those guys sitting down for some of the games. Some of the turn, you know what I mean? That's what put some pressure on Vincent. His ankle ain't held, his ankle ain't 100. Put some pressure on that dude. Make him play some D or put some D on, put some body on him. I bet you that ankle will sweeten up on him after he's running up and down the court. Don't let him get open shots and free range on that. Like, trust me, it's still taped up. The
Yeah,
ankle is still taped up, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
definitely.
so play their game, man.
Yeah, it's like you said to add, to piggyback off what you saying. If they got a nice lead, just drive to the basket, slow the game down a little bit. Stay in control, and the way you're gonna stay in control if they go up double digits is you got to drop to the basket, set up some plays, pass it to Williams, Robert Williams in the post, draw some fouls, and just grind it out instead of trying to just keep chucking it, shooting threes. Just make some high percentage shots.
Right,
That's what it comes down to, especially when they up. They
right,
definitely want to start fast. They definitely want to get the crowd into it. The crowd's gonna be into it anyway, but you get a lead, you build that lead to double digits. You just gotta get in control. Just drive to the basket, uh, high percentage shots. If you have a good open three or open look, all right, shoot it, but let's not chuck it. 2 seconds into the 24 clock.
yeah,
And I think they just need to understand, just like Mazzulla said, you got to understand the situation you're in. You don't want to give the Heat no momentum, no momentum. You want to get them out the game right at the beginning. You want to get them out the game. So they just have to understand that once they get that lead, whether it's double digits, a nice 8 point, 9 point, just slow it down a little bit. And you know, I feel like they have to utilize every scoring option. You
yeah.
know, just try not to shoot too much. You shoot too much and you miss, that leads to fast break points. So
Y- Yeah, they got
it's
to get the people that
there
need to
for
be
their
involved. Yeah, you're right. They need to get the people that need to be involved in shooting. I mean, that's Grant Williams. That's Derek. It seems like Derek White came alive. Those guys need to shoot too. Especially when the situation when Tatum goes into a freeze. You know, those guys need to keep shooting. And it will be great if they can get some help from Horford. Horford's having an up and down series, in this series. But if they can get some help from Horford, that'll be a plus, man. But so far so good, man. I'm not even disappointed. Even to tell you the truth, I can't even say win or lose. I'm not even gonna say that. That's a knock on wood type shit. But you know, Celtics had a real monster season. They just need to keep the pedal on the metal. I
They do.
that's it, man. Just go into that hunger mode. I feel like Denver's playing like that. They're playing like a young, hungry team that's trying to make a splash on the scene. Nobody expected them to be there. So, God spare life and health. Celtics get past this. Um, they're gonna have a challenge against this Denver squad for far as I can see.
They
And I
are.
haven't and I haven't even put in any too much time on watching the the Denver squad like that. But I know they got some great players on that team.
They do. But the only knock on them is that they're a short team. They don't have a bench. They don't have that you know somewhat of a second team, and they're not really they're not really with the they're not a long team as far as rotation. Their rotation is short. I think their
Mm,
rotation is probably six, maybe seven, because
okay.
sixth man is all right, the seventh man is all right, and after that, that's it. It's ghost town over there. So I feel like if we was to make it, that's where we would have an advantage. We have a longer bench
Okay.
opposed to Denver's shorter bench. So they rely
Okay.
a lot on Jokic, Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. So I feel like we can wear these guys down, and I feel like we can stretch them and get them in the long run. Another advantage we have, which is very important, is the home court. The first two games is going to be at home here in Boston. We don't got to worry about that mile high Denver, the high altitude, and especially the Celtics coming off a game seven.
Oh, that's right. The high altitude. That's right. And yeah, and the Celtics coming off of. There's going to be a big pressure
Seven games,
tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
period.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
come off
So,
7 games. So we stay
so
home,
yeah.
we get it together, we relax, recuperate. They got to come over here.
What up, Berto UC? Berto UC, what's good, man? What's up,
Yes, sir.
Berto?
Berto was good.
Yeah, Berto UC says definitely when we see Denver, the C's gotta have that hunger.
Oh, they will.
I just
They
said
will.
it. You
They
right,
will.
Berto. I just said that.
They
Like
will.
Celtics to when they get there, and we know they'll get there. They just gotta come with that, man.
Yes.
I keep
Yes.
saying it throughout this whole playoffs. That grit, man, that grind, man. They gotta come with that. They just want to chew people up and spit them out. And once they can and they have the team, even though they're a little banged up. Homeboy Brogdon, that's a big loss, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Brogdon hurt.
Brogdon's hurt, man.
He's
He
a
might be
program.
done for that might be it for him. We might not even see Brogdon for the rest of the series. Something to do with the elbow, and you don't know what it is. Some ligament tendon. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So
You look at
he
it.
might be done.
But
They
he
didn't
got his
mention
hair. He got his
he
hair.
got his head. You know what I mean? He balled out, but now it's gonna be somebody gonna have to step up now. But you're right, man. He's gonna have to come with that hunger, Birdo. You see, you got that, bro. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. But
shout out to my man T, man, down there in Tampa, Florida, man. T's gonna be joining us as one of our special guests. T is one of our special guests. He's a basketball fan and sports fanatic. Patriots, everything Boston, just like us. We grew up together, So yeah, my man T from Florida gonna be joining us on one of our next shows. We're gonna invite him in, and he's gonna parlay with us. All right, so look out for my man T.
Yeah, so
Like and
sir,
subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. Yeah, shout out to T. He's gonna be coming through. Hopefully, he'll be coming through tomorrow for the
Yeah, I
post
think I
game.
think we gonna get him on tomorrow as a special Game 7 guest. Tomorrow is gonna be my man coming all the way out of Tampa, Florida, my boy T. He from the Bean too, though.
Yeah, so Michael Brogdon, yeah, he has a right forearm strain, right elbow um, situation going on, and hopefully, we'll have him. If not this series, which is tomorrow's the last of this series. Hopefully, we'll have him for the finals. But yeah, he's dealing with a right elbow situation, and I think it's just a matter of him just resting and massage and whatever they do with those type of injuries. But yeah, he was in street clothes yesterday. But next man up, like my man Berto UC. You're right, next man up.
Yeah, he was in street clothes yesterday. I was just on my fault, guys. I was just checking my chair out there, man. I thought I was gonna fall out this thing, but it would make sure it locked in place. But T's gonna laugh because he probably like, yo, these dudes is crazy. Yeah, man, yeah, Berto. Next man up, man. That's what it is, man. I don't know who the next man up on the Celtics is as far as the bench is concerned.
No, Derek White. I mean, well, Derek White.
Derek White. We see
Does
him
he
as an
start?
active player.
Does he
Yeah.
start? He doesn't start.
Nah,
He
he
doesn't start.
Derek White
Marcus Smart.
comes off. He comes off the bench for Marcus Smart.
Right. So I
Yeah,
think he's going to be that guy that's going
right.
to come in and
Because
give.
he was now, yeah, because he was actually either when Brogdon was playing, he was either coming off the bench for Jalen Brown or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
That's what Derek Wright was doing. He was coming off
he's
the
going to
bench
get
for
more
Jalen
minutes.
Brown.
He's
Right.
going to
So
get
he's
more
going to
minutes.
get more minutes. Yeah.
And then Greg Williams and who might have to come through somewhere somehow? Pritchard. I mean, believe it or
I
not,
don't want to suck my teeth on Pritchard like that, but
I don't. But it's
come
going to be
on.
a guy that we don't expect to do something that's going to come and give us a good 10, maybe 15 minutes of productive play on the court.
He better come.
You know, like he
He
might
better be
come
shooting right
in.
now. He
He,
better be in that gym shooting right
right,
now.
right. And
Be-
they telling him that. They probably telling him like, look, man, we're gonna call your number, man. You gotta give us a good 10, 15 minutes. Give us 5, 6 points clutch.
yeah.
And
Just
that's
put up a couple
great.
points, Yeah, like you said, he don't even need to score 10, 20 points. He could score
Clutch,
5, 6,
clutch points.
so 6 points, 7 points, get a couple, you know what I mean? He just needs to do a little something and just throw some, just a little contribution since we don't have Brogdon. But I don't know. Maybe Pritchard would be an ideal how you want to say that ideal addition for the next series since you say they play small in Utah. Um
Denver.
I mean in Denver. Sorry about that. In Denver, maybe that'll be more of a good setup for him to play because you said they run a small ball, right? So
Yeah, Denver.
um
I mean, they don't play too small.
Pritchard's
They're short. They're a short team. Their
yeah.
rotation is short.
Oh,
So
that's right. The rotation is short. Okay,
rotation
that's
is
what you're
short,
saying. Rotation is short. Right.
which is
That's
a
right.
good thing for us because
We
you
got a deeper bench,
you
right? You're right, sir. We were saying that.
playing a
My fault,
series,
guys.
you're gonna wear
My
those
fault, guys.
starters.
It's been a long week, guys, man. Sorry. It's been a long week, man. I thought you when you said short, I thought you meant they play small ball like you said, nah, they got a short rotation, dude. Wake up. See, this is how it is when you do things live, man. And
Yeah, I mean, be honest with them, man. Sometimes it could be that. Got Lemon Hayes talking. You know, he's Lemon. You gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, you gotta be 100 with it, man. I can't sit
OG.
here and I keep it 100, man. Like it ain't scripted. Sometimes I might make a mistake on my comment, but I'll correct myself. Or my man Stony will correct me and say, "Yo, Neil, what are you talking about, bro?" So yeah, um, what my boy Berto UC said. He said Pritchard can be solid off the bench, but he is short. Yeah, see, Berto knows what I'm talking about. Berto UC knows what I'm talking about. Look, last night when he came out in relief, how you want to say relief ball, or whatever you want to call it, like he came off the bench to spell whoever. I don't know why he ended up off the bench. I don't know why he came off the bench yesterday. Was that yesterday's game he came off the bench? Did we see Pritchard yesterday? Or
No,
was when
Pritchard.
they blowed him out?
Nah. When they was smoking him, yeah. Pritchard ain't coming.
Yeah,
He come off the
yeah.
bench.
Nah, that was when they
Not
smoked
during
him.
crunch time. Nah.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't yesterday. What am I talking? You see,
That
once
was
again,
that
that
was
was the night
game
before that. That was the game before that. Yeah,
game
he came off the
5.
bench. Yeah, he came off the game 5. He came off the bench, and it was like they try to give him some garbage minutes, man. And I'm like, this dude looks small out there compared to them other dudes. And then he had an opportunity to chuck up a three and make himself look good, and he still missed it. So I was like, nah, I don't think he don't belong in the rotation for this series. And nothing against him. He's an NBA player. I'm not saying he can't, but maybe not for this series. Maybe in the Denver series he might be a good plan. You know?
Berto, you see, Pritchard could be solid off the bench, but he's short. Yeah.
I already answered that for
Okay.
my. Yeah, I remember I just said that. That's what I was saying before. Pritchard's too. I don't.
He's
Maybe he can
short,
play. He's too
but
short, man.
he has to catch he has to catch the ball off the pick. That's what he is off the
Yeah,
pick.
off the
I don't
ball.
think he could create his own shot, but
Yeah,
if he comes off the pick, some way somehow he's open in the corner, which they would leave him open because they don't trust him to make shots like that. So that's why he's one of those type of guys. When he comes in, he has to be effective right away.
right,
Right away.
right.
He can't be playing around. He has no wiggle room, no space, nothing, man. When he comes off and he takes a shot, he has to make it.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're gonna put him on a short leash. Like once he missed 2 shots, he's out of there.
Right.
He's out of there. So he has to get 2 good looks, and he could come through. He could come through somewhere, somehow. He's gonna come through. This game 7, I went and ruled that out because game 7s, man, it's always those unknowns that come through with key baskets. You would think it's going to be the main guys, but like look at last year. Last year was Greg Williams. Greg
Yeah.
Williams, game 7 against Milwaukee, it was him. He made all those threes.
Yeah. You mean Grant?
Grant Williams, I'm sorry. I don't know why I
Yeah.
keep on Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant Williams. Grant Williams was the hero last
Oh,
year.
he and it was like known, like they was saying, he's gonna be the guy because they're gonna be leaving him open. Sure enough, he made those threes. Look at who
Mhm.
was the hero last night, Derek White.
Derek White.
So
Derek
it's just, and it was one of those games, man. It was down the
that
stretch, clutch.
Derek White balled out for the past. I think in the past 2 games you
The
seen
ball,
Derek. He balled out in the past two
ball.
games. He showed some real game skills, man. This dude, you know, funny haircut or what, man? Mr. Forehead. I got a big forehead, but damn, dude, but that dude be balling,
Yeah, he be balling, man. Yeah,
yo.
Barkley and them was trying.
Trying to clown it. See,
Yeah, they that's their thing now. They want to be
but
funny and all that.
but I guess
But
I bet you if that was him last night that spoke to them instead of Jalen, I bet you they were like, oh,
right,
you know what I mean?
they try
I
to be
can't.
nice.
Sometimes I can't rock with something. Sometimes I can't rock with Charles, man. Charles, I
Charles,
don't
he, you know what, Neil, you know what? Listen, you know what he's doing? He's just being him. Like he's like He'll say, he'll
It's
say
like
some
click
things.
every time he talk. It's like
Yeah,
clickbait. He gotta say something that's
he'll
gonna
say
be
some things that
make
that
people say, "Oh, whoa, 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 why did he? Why is he saying?"
that
Yeah, man. I
he'll
don't
say
know.
some things. He'll make good points every now and then, but he always trying to find a spot where he wants to be funny. He wants to be a comedian. Like he'll find something somewhere. You're always saying something. I think that's what that whole staff trying to do. Kenny Smith, he's the most serious one out of the whole group. Him and um, what's my guy?
EJ,
Exactly.
EJ,
Who?
yeah,
EJ. Yeah, EJ.
EJ,
Ernie.
and
Him and Ernie are like the more
yeah.
serious one. Ernie's always trying to like bring them down. I know it's a lie. He be
Oh
fighting them.
yeah,
Oh,
he
he
controls
tries
the
sometimes.
room. He controls
Him
the
and
room.
Shaq. Shaq be trying to be funny.
Yeah,
Shaq,
Shaq be
to me, I think he's useless to me. I think
Shaq be trying to
he doesn't
Shaq be
say
trying
nothing.
to he be trying to diss these young boys every now and
Yeah,
then.
but he doesn't say anything. When you hear him talk, he's not saying nothing. First of
Yeah,
all, his whole tone is off. He's not
yeah.
saying much. I just think his character is just
That's
just fits
why, cause he's Shaq. Yeah, that's
Shaq.
why.
Him and Chuck go at it. They be
Yep,
acting like.
yep. And they need that little banter on the TV. Two guys
Yeah,
going at it.
Shaq don't say nothing. Listen to him when he's talking. He's not saying much. He's not saying
Yeah.
much. Shaq's one of them.
He just more. I always look at Shaq like he kind of like he's the scrutinizer for him and Chuck. Chuck goes a little too far, and Shaq kinds of clowns dudes. That's what he does. He clown you.
Yeah, he
You know what
tried.
I mean?
He's
That's
all
what he
right.
do. Chuck don't. Chuck just is one of them. What do he do? Chuck just he kind of like he disrespects. In a way, but Shaq clowns. Shaq is the clowner. He will clown you. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. He will, but she's alright. I don't,
It
like
is what it
I
is.
don't. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but I don't. He doesn't really do it for me. Kenny Smith. I like him, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, just say it. Man. He likes to like go around the bush with shit sometimes. Like, I'm like, yo, just spill it out. Just say it, man. Celtics is playing good, and just let it be known, man. You don't have to be saying so many things to get to your point. Just come straight through.
Yeah. Now I think Kenny and EJ is the two people that's really makes the show.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
like Ernie.
Sh-
Ernie,
Sh-
he's the
Shaq's just the
guy.
banter, and what's his name is the jerk. Charles. But
Right.
yeah, man. So what else you got going on your agenda here?
Yeah, I wanted to touch on Coach Mazzulla, right? I wanted to touch on him for a little bit. You know, I like his energy. Yeah, he made some decisions with the timeouts and the rotations and everything like that. But one thing about him is, his interviews and how he responds, his responses, and his philosophy and everything like that. I felt like the Celtics have a special person leading them, and you
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah,
he
he
could,
could build. They got to give him a chance, win or
yeah,
lose.
he's young. He's young. He's young,
Yeah,
man. He's like 30
yeah.
something, 34,
34,
35.
35 years old, man.
And I think that he was just in situations where he just wanted to see how certain things work. I mean, believe it or not, even though it's not the right time to be experimenting and trying things out, because this is playoffs, like every game is precious, is valuable. But I
Right.
felt like he was putting himself in that situation, trying things out, seeing if this works, seeing if this doesn't work, trying to do things to get the best out of this team. But one thing about him is that his energy and his whole demeanor, I felt really good about it. I was rooting for him. I like his whole way of thinking and how he views things. Although he made some bad decisions, but there was something about him that I felt like, I like this guy. I think he could do some good things with us. Him being young as well, I think he could connect with the players right, and I just felt good about him. So I'm happy that we're in this position now because people was talking about he might get fired and all this stuff. I don't think he would have gotten fired. If we would have gone swept, I don't think he would have gotten fired. I think they definitely would have, gave him another chance. He definitely would have been the head coach next year. So I don't think they would have fired him.
Yeah,
They
they just
you know
hired
they
him
had
as
to
the head
do it.
coach. How could they fire him if they just hired him as the head coach?
They named him coach. Remember, he was interim. He was an
Right,
interim coach for a while, and then they officially made him coach during the regular season.
right,
So that you talking about on the fly. That's what that was on the fly. It wasn't like he was named the coach at the beginning of the year. It was on the fly.
right.
Doka got in his situation. They had a scramble. Okay, what are we gonna do? Okay, we're gonna have the assistant coach be the interim, and we're gonna see how he connects with the team and how the team responds to him. And they responded well. I mean, we was off to a great start this year. I mean, we we was dominating the league, the first half. And I know we slacked a little bit in the second half, but we was getting busy with him. Busy,
Yeah, right.
you know. So, my thing is I'm happy that we're in this position. I'm happy that, we have a chance to make history and it's gonna be with him, with somebody that I felt is good for this team. And you're gonna see he's gonna lead us. He's gonna lead us to that promised land. And when he
I
does,
think you know what he
people gonna
can. I think with the ownership, stay patient. Um, and you have Brad Stevens there as the GM, president and GM of the company, or I mean of the basketball team, who's picked, who's picks the coaches and the players and the drafts and all that. I think he picked. It was him that made the choice for Mazzulla, and I think it's a good process, like you said. Trust the process. He's a young coach. He has young players that love playing for him, as far as we can see, and he's able to come in the older players that's on the team, like Horford and maybe Marcus Smart. You could call the older players, but he's he's managing a team at 34, 35. You know, I think he's doing good, and if he give him some time, man, you never know what they can get out of this dude as a coach. Look at Eric Spoelstra. Remember Eric Spoelstra was introduced as the coach
young,
when young. Everybody was like, "Who's this dude and where's he coming from?"
but he had LeBron though.
But yeah, he had LeBron the
Yeah,
same way,
you got
way.
LeBron, man. Listen, you ain't
But
got to do much.
it's not the same, but it is the same. Um how homeboy
Jason Tatum,
yeah, he got Tatum.
you got Tatum, but Tatum didn't win anything.
But still,
LeBron didn't win anything either.
Missoula's getting
LeBron
Tatum. Missoula's getting Tatum before he can. Tatum's a young boy, right?
He's a young kid, man. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So if Missoula, if they can grow together, all three of them,
I think they
Missoula Brown, and Tatum, you never know. It could be something special. But it's up. I think it's up to the growth.
listen. If we win this year, which I think we will, this is a video we can go back on. I think we're gonna win this year. I think we're gonna have no problems with Denver. If we win this year, um, I see us winning more. You know, with the short window, so to speak, because that's the league we're in. We got these short windows, but I feel like this window may not be short, but I feel like we win this year. Remember, we learned how to get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we get to the finals, we're gonna learn how to win the finals. Once we learn how to win the finals, I see us winning another one, maybe back to back. Which I feel like will be more likely. I don't see us not winning and then come back and win. I think we're gonna have
Oh,
that momentum where we win this year and we're gonna win another one. Go
I
back
think
to
this.
back, and then we
You're
just gonna count
totally
after
right.
that.
I think I totally
I
right. If the
think we can do
Celtics can, if they can break this ice
it.
right now and win this championship, they will end up putting themselves in a position to keep, by adding some veteran players, because
Right,
Horford's going to get old, right? So by adding some veteran players and even some other good bench players, because who's to know how long we'll have Brogdon and stuff like that. So keep up
right.
with that. Brogdon looks like he's pretty okay. I think we should. I think we might have him for a few years if
Yeah, we
he.
do. We do.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So if
this is
they add to
first
that,
year. This is
yeah,
first year.
yeah. If they add to that, I think the Celtics could put themselves in the place to pull a dynasty out of it, if you want to call it. They just need to add to what they got.
Right.
Imagine if the situation, like, I was just hearing this the other day. Don't nobody out there, guys, don't say, yo, this dude's talking stupid or whatever like that. He don't know what he's talking about. But I heard that what team was this? Was interested in Carl Anthony Towns. Now, I know some people might say, "Oh, Towns is washed up, blah 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 blah." Like he done had his time. Like he wasted his time in Minnesota. With a refreshed Towns and, let's say, a more refined Towns, training regimen, lose some weight,
Yeah, he
stuff
definitely
like,
doesn't wait.
right? Lose some weight, training regimen, a refresh, new. Could you imagine you adding Carl Anthony Towns to our backcourt? I mean, to our front court, as far as a defensive, a center, when we don't have Horford no more. We
That'd
got Robert Williams and Carl Anthony Towns,
be good.
Jalen Brown,
Good size.
Tatum. Come on now.
I think
But
they can do that because players are
that's
gonna want to come and play with us.
people might think that's a far-fetched kind of a situation, but Towns is, I don't know how long he's locked up there in Minnesota. Is he
I'll tell you right now.
he might be able to make a move out of there, man. He ain't getting no supermax money, but they'll give him veteran.
Yeah, he's not. He's not gonna get.
He ain't getting supermax money. He gonna get veteran money and whatever. He could come here to the Celtics and mesh with them, and I think he'll be perfect to play as a center for the Celtics or a power forward position in any which way.
Yeah, so he's locked down 5 years.
He got 5 more years in Minnesota.
Not 5 more years. I'm trying to see how much he has into the 5 years.
Oh, he got two. He got 2 years left. Then he got 2 years left.
Yeah, so he has a couple of years left.
He got next year and the year after. So next year, if somebody want to pull the trigger, they could pull the trigger.
Right,
Next season coming up.
right.
So
So he's the current. He just did his 22, 23. He's 27. He's not bad. Not bad.
yeah, see,
So next year is gonna be his last year before he becomes a free agent.
that's what I'm talking about, man. I think Carl Anthony Towns would be a perfect addition for the Celtics.
Yeah,
That's just me calling it because I know Al Horford ain't got nothing but net one more series.
we
Maybe this is it.
we could get him that'd be.
Think about it. Do you think this is it from Al Horford
I think so. I mean,
this year, right here?
depending if they have a plan to replace him, yeah, this might be it. I think he's there already. I think he's at
Yeah.
that ending point. You know,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I think we need a contingency plan for that and go get a big man. We already know. I like Robert Williams. Don't get me wrong. The dude, he's a young boy and he balls out. But how long we gonna hold on? He's a injury prone situation to do with his knees and stuff, right? So I mean he looks healthy now compared to what happened to his wrist. I don't know. Maybe that was from a couple of the nice monster dunks that he put down. during the past couple of games, and now his wrist hurt. But other than that, you know, I think Towns would be a perfect fit to come in here and play center or even play power forward at some point when they playing small ball or some shit like that. Yo, the dude would be a perfect center for us. He will
Yeah,
score and we
yeah,
could get him to play some defense.
yeah. We'll put him in a good position to succeed. That's what it is with us. You don't got to do too much. I mean, we got the horses already, so you don't have to come in and feel like you got to be that guy.
Right,
You could blend in and
right,
play your role. Play your
right.
role, rebounding, post up, around the hoop, mid range. You know, and you'll be all right. The minutes is going to benefit you. So it's not, you don't have to play too many minutes because the team is long, got a long bench. Um, I think it'll be good, but it's of course it's going to come down to the math. What's the financials behind that? And the good thing is he'll be a free agent. Would they trade him his last year, which I think they're going to try to do?
Yeah, they gonna try to trade him. Why wouldn't they try to trade him?
Yeah,
They gotta get
you give
something.
up.
Yeah,
You know,
they gotta get something for him. Why would they not get something for Towns? You know what I mean? I
but
mean,
he's young still. He's still young. I mean,
exactly. And we
he's
could
not even
probably
30.
throw some
He's
picks out there. We got some picks out there we could throw. We could throw some young boys and some picks at them and say, yo, kick that in.
right. I think we could do
And
something.
that's the only other player that I see out there that's going to be moved in the next couple of years that I think will be perfect to end up on our squad.
I think so.
That way we can solidify ourselves of competing for the next 3, 4, 5 years and with what we got. Sign Jalen Brown, give him his supermax money, and let's keep it pushing.
Yes.
Let's be the first team that got 2 supermax players. They said right now, and it was a statistic I heard on a radio show that it was very early in the morning. I was listening to a radio show, and I was on my way to work. And during the conversation in this radio show, they said there's no talking about contracts, right? They said there's
Mhm.
no team in the NBA currently right now that has 2 current supermax players on their team.
Right.
Not one team right now. And I was like, wow. So you mean to tell me Clay Thompson and Steph? Nope.
Steph,
Dr-
they're not
Steph,
max players. They got some serious contracts though.
but they're not supermax players. I think Steph is a supermax, right?
Oh yeah, Steph is a supermax. He
All
was
right,
getting
but
like
not Clay Thompson. So that's what I was saying. They were saying that there is no team that has 2 supermax on there, and I was like, wait a minute. So then I thought of the Clippers, Paul George, Kawhi. Nope, they're not supermax players. I was like, oh my gosh, they're not supermax players. So, and then they went down a list of some other teams that have some big time players on there, but nobody's a super. There's no team with 2 supermax.
right.
So Celtics will probably be the first team to have. Is Tatum already a supermax?
All right. So look, yeah. So I'm gonna look into Tatum's contract, but Jalen Brown, he's a free agent
Mm-hmm.
after the 2024 season.
Mm-hmm.
So after next season, which would be 23, 24, he'll be a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has 1 year left on his contract, and then I think Jason Tatum recently got a contract. Hold on.
Yeah, probably a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got his supermax money already, I think, because
Yeah,
they said that Jalen Brown will be the highest player in the league.
yeah, he did get his super max.
Right. So there you go.
He got his super max. So
There you go.
yeah, he
So
got
we'll
that.
end up with 2 supermax players on our team. We'll
So
be the
Jason Tatum, we got him locked down through 2025, 2026. So 2025, 2026, he'll have a play option. So he'll be up to him if he wants to
He ain't
activate
go.
that option, which is
He ain't going nowhere. The Celtics gonna do what they
4 years
gotta do,
away, pretty much,
huh?
right? Yeah, it's like no, 2025. That's a couple of years away.
Yeah, like 2 years.
So he's good right now. We don't need to do nothing with him right now.
Right. We
It's
gotta
gonna
do it
be
with
Jalen
Jalen.
we're gonna have to
Yeah.
address
Right.
because Jason's already on his max contract.
Right.
He's on his max. He signed a 5 year, 163 million,
Right.
which he's averaging 32 million a year.
Right.
So he's good. We got him till 2025, 2026. We got him for
Right.
like years. We ain't got to worry about him right now.
Right. Right. Right.
He ain't gonna be a free agent until 2026. So that's think about it. By that time, hopefully we got 2 trophies. So
That's
it's
the plan, man. That's the plan. We
Jalen that we're gonna have to um, focus on after
but
this season.
but hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna do some technical things tomorrow. I'm gonna figure out how to share our screen on this on our StreamYard platform that we stream through our YouTube channel. So I could figure out how to because we're all we're pretty much new to the technical side of it, so we could end up sharing our screen to show you guys some of these stats and even different highlights and plays of the game. I'm gonna implement that hopefully by tomorrow. So when we're having our little parlay and kicking it, we can show you some highlights of the game last night and you know things like that. So yeah, hopefully and share our screen and we could go through some player stats and game stats and things like that. So I'll work on that tomorrow so we can have that as a feature for parlay with us. um yeah, guys, like I said, once again, like and subscribe.
Turn on the notifications
Hit
too.
that notification button,
Like that. You're gonna know when
that
we're
way you'll know when we're coming on, and we will be sending out updates on schedule podcasts with Polly with us, um here with Stony Cook and Mr. Beans. um but yeah, so tomorrow, I know we're looking at an hour and 2 minutes on the YouTube live stream right now. um
I
so
can't even
for
see the time that we got on. I don't know why it's not showing on my screen.
Oh yeah, I can see it up there on the corner right there. A minute and an hour and 2 minutes already. So yeah, for tomorrow we're gonna try to not we going to try tomorrow. We're coming to you live again, post game, Celtics Heat game 7. We're gonna give y'all our views and our feelings about the game. Hopefully we're elated and we're jumping for joy, and maybe we'll be doing a virtual toast, me and my man. Who knows, we might be you never know, we might be in studio together tomorrow. Who knows, we'll figure that out. But yeah, so tomorrow we might be elated and very excited and give you guys an excited, very hyped up show. If our Celtics come through and you know clinch this game 7 and make it to the finals.
Listen, we will win tomorrow.
Oh no, I feel you. I feel you. So that's your pick tomorrow. Oh yeah. Whoa,
well,
whoa.
I'm just gonna,
Oh, whoa.
I'm
Wait,
just,
wait, 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 wait. Time out 1 second.
I'm gonna go
We
out
got
and say it.
time out a second. Here we go. How could I miss a whole episode of Parlay with us? And we didn't give you guys no picks for tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's only one game, but still. What do you I hate to ask you this, Stony. What Mr. Cook, what's your pick for tomorrow? What are you doing?
Listen, there's a couple of things I'm doing tomorrow.
I
Number
feel you.
one,
Give them a
Number
little advice. Give the people of YouTube out there a little
one,
advice on tomorrow.
I mean, you might have to pay a little juice on it, but you could take Celtics to win straight up. I think it's going to be. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm gonna give you the accurate numbers. I don't want to just assume and speculate. I'm gonna give you the actual numbers from DraftKings,
Okay.
which is minus 300. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that money line minus 300, which is a little juicy, meaning you would have to bet 300 to win 100. I'm not going to do that to you guys. That's just a little too much. That was just an example of, you know, what you can get back as far as profit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Celtics to straight up win, and I'm going to take the under 203 and a half. Don't be
Mm.
afraid of that low total. That's the full game total. Don't
Oh,
don't be afraid of it.
so you saying the under 203 and a half?
Under
Mm.
203 and a half. I see this game. This game is gonna be like a
Man,
5 to 80. I see that type of game because the Heat, they're not making no baskets tomorrow. They're gonna be tight. They're gonna be coming up short.
203 and a half, 203. I'm still sitting on that 203 and a half because
It's low. It's
that's
low.
that's
It's
kind of
a
low.
low total, but it's game 7. These teams are exhausted. This ain't gonna be one of those like.
So you're thinking the Celtics is going to put on some stifling defense tomorrow?
Of course they are. Of course
Okay.
they are. They're gonna have a nice lead, and they're gonna do what I expect them to do: control the game. Once they get up double digits, they're gonna slow it down, drive to the basket, draw some fouls. They're gonna try to make some good, effective plays, not force any shots, limit the turnovers, pick your spots with the threes. We're gonna manage this game. This is the game we're gonna manage, and we're gonna just try to play it the right way. And that's with the lead. That's with a big lead. And I don't see the Heat scoring too many points. So what you can do is you can parlay that. That's what this is my first parlay bet on parlay with us, and that's Celtics money line minus 300 and the under 203 and a half. Buy that half a point, bring it up to 204, and just give it a solid total. So
So yeah.
204 under 204 and the money line tomorrow.
So y'all hear that, right?
Cash
So y'all hear that? Mr. Cook told you guys that's the first parlay pick
first parlay.
on parlay with us. So he said parlay your bet Celtics my minus 300
The money
and
line. Just pick them to win straight up. But that's the
pick them to win. Okay. All right, cool.
but parlaying it with the under is going to give you more of a payback. You're gonna get more of a profit when you parlay those two bets, as opposed to just betting the minus 300, which is high. Because
Right.
they expect to win. I don't want you to take the Celtics minus 7. That means they would have to win by 8. I don't want you to go that route because they should blow this team out, but then again, it might be one of those games where they pull away in the end and win by like 6 or 7. So I don't want to put you on the spot,
Right.
but I will add I'll lean towards the Celtics with the points. That'll be a lean. What I mean by lean is you can make that bet minus 7, but don't go too heavy on it. Do like a half a unit. Whatever you normally bet, just bet half of that on the Celtics minus 7 if you don't want to do that parlay. If you're not comfortable with that total, which I can understand, it's a low total, but I think it's going to be low. Like I said, I'm expecting 90 to 85, 95 to 85. Like I'm expecting that type of score for the game tomorrow. But if you want to just go with a one bet, take the Celtics minus 7. But don't go a full unit, go a half a unit, and thank you later. You know,
So there y'all go. There you go. Stony Crook there with a parlay bet on parlay with us. It's all Celtics. So yeah. So take the Celtics on the under and take the Celtics for
to win
to
straight up
win straight
and
up.
-7. You can take the
Mm,
-7, but a half a unit. So if you
right,
bet $100 a game, bet $50 on that. And
right,
that's just an example. Everybody got different units. Everybody got
right.
different
And
type
that's
of
just his
but
just
unit.
that's Tony Cook's preference. He's just giving you guys what his what he would do. He's not telling you guys that he's an expert or anything like that. Remember that. This is just a suggestion on some great picks. More picks is going to be coming up. Sports will be opening up. We're going to have football coming up soon. And obviously the finals. We're going to have some picks for the finals. Is
Football,
for
football,
so
great.
yeah. So stay tuned to a lot of that good stuff coming up, man. And like I said, tomorrow night. We will be doing a post game Celtics Heat game 7. You know, we will be
Post game, definitely.
doing this, and we will be happy and elated. I think the Celtics can pull this off.
Yes,
I'm confident. I don't have no let's say no doubts.
yes.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, man. We're gonna wrap this up an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 11 minutes in. This is Parlay with us with Mr. Beans and Stony Crook. We coming to you guys live from Beantown, Mass, kicking you guys with some nice sports banter and commentating. We just kick it, talk shit. Give you guys our outlook on what we observed and what we saw during the games. Things like that. So yeah, always stay tuned. You know, hit the notifications, like and subscribe. I keep saying that because this will help make our channel grow. Share this stuff with your friends and through the different media, social media sites, and stay tuned, man. Like I said, tomorrow, Celtics post game right here. Parlay with us, Mr. Bean, Stony Crook.
Yes,
What you
sir. Shout out to Faceless Demo for coming out. Berto UC. Shout out to both of them for coming out with their comments
no
and
doubt, no doubt. We
showing
appreciate
love.
that.
And
Shout
thank you for coming out. And
Young OZ09. Shout out to Young OZ09 out there in West Side, baby, LA.
no doubt, definitely yes. Young. How can I forget? Young Oz, my man in LA, man. How can I
Yeah.
forget, man?
Young Oz, Young OZ, Young Oz.
Young,
My fault,
Young
bro. But yep,
Oz, Young Oz '09, man. Shout out to you, man. LA, beautiful LA. I know the weather is lovely out there, the palm trees and everything, man. Shout out to Young Oz for coming through straight from LA, from the West Coast, showing love over here to the East Coast, no doubt. We appreciate that. Yo, we here, man. We definitely gonna come back with you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna be just talking about this great victory that the Celtics is gonna come with tomorrow. And yes, sir. We'll see you guys again tomorrow, man. Hopefully, you guys tune in and listen. We have a lot of good content for you guys. Definitely subscribe, like, notification. We appreciate it.
do all of that. And like Jesse Jackson said, keep hope alive.
Sir,
I gotta say something that's comical. Keep hope alive. Yo,
no
peace,
doubt.
y'all.
Peace.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Pay attention to them notification. We out.
We out.